And we are live. What have we done wrong? Yeah, I don't think I've done anything wrong. Guys, can you hear me? Can you see me okay? I believe we are now live. We have 6 people in here apparently. Guys, let me know first and foremost if you can see me and you can hear me loud and clear. A Murph says, hello, can hear you and see you. Good stuff. Calls to Andy, all good. That's good to hear. Alec sends a wave, which is good. I'll just get on to a few of the previous comments that we got before we went live. Non-Sheep says, another country we ain't allowed out of Blighty. Must be Wales. It's not Wales, actually. Inspired by Bimmer says, Ireland. No, it's not Ireland. Sean Paul says Brecon Beacons. Well, we're not in Wales, so it's definitely not there. Or the Alps in Italy. Maybe. But someone made a mistake and painted arrows on the wrong way. Yep, that would be the case. OG Stroker says loud and clear. Good stuff. Straight in with the car question. Hi, George. Do you recommend using an injector cleaner? 1.6 HDI engine. If you have any car related questions, I usually like to do them in the second half of the live stream. So if you want to stick around, I like to do a live stream for an hour and a half. Depends on how things are going and if you guys want me to carry it on basically. But yeah, have the next couple of hours to go over as many questions as possible. But yeah, I usually like to keep the car related questions to the later half of the live stream. But yeah, I think we should just get right into things. So we have 28 people in here right now. If you have not already done so, I'd appreciate if you guys could hit the like button. It really does help me out. And it doesn't cost a penny. So guys, if you have not already done so, please hit the thumbs up button. It does help to recommend the live stream to more people and helps to attract a bigger audience. So, and that goes for my videos as well. So that's why I always ask if you guys can just do me a massive favor, just hit the like button on any of my videos and obviously on the live stream as well. So yeah, hit the like button now if you have not already done so. And let's get into things then. So A Murphy says Scotland. Sir, you are absolutely correct. Yes, I'm in Scotland. And you're probably thinking, why are you back in Scotland after it didn't really treat you too well last time? Well, I had an amazing time in Scotland. It was fantastic. Absolutely. I've fallen in love with the place after coming for the very first time. And I've really just thought that there were so many places that I haven't been to, so many beautiful places here in the UK, and we are really quite spoilt because before my first time to Scotland, which was last month or July, I guess. What am I about? Yes, August. Yes, it was last month, July. That was the first time ever going to Scotland, and I've been to the other side of the world, been to Australia, New Zealand, and done that. So yeah, we definitely are spoilt here in the UK. And I can see myself going to Scotland quite frequently now, to be honest, because when it comes to driving, and the scenery, it's second to none. There is really not many places better than Scotland. But why are we here? Why are we in Scotland this time? Well, I'm not going to give too much away because it would spoil things. But I have something quite big planned. So yeah, I'm not going to give I'm not going to give too much away. So, no point asking too many questions about it, but I have something pretty big planned and you guys are definitely going to enjoy it. You guys are definitely going to like it. So, don't worry about it. But yeah, I am going to be in Scotland for best part of a week, I think. So, yeah. it's definitely something good for the channel. So don't worry about things, nothing's going sideways. I just want to give a massive thanks to Gary Cook. He sends today's first super sticker. Gary, you are a legend. I greatly appreciate your support. I always see you commenting on the videos, and it's people like yourself that really just keep the channel going, to be honest. If I can help out in any way, just send me a message. And I've always got time for people like yourself. And that goes for anyone else as well. If you do want to contribute to the channel in any way, if you click the little $ below the live chat, you can send a super sticker or a super chat. And you can choose how much you want to contribute to the channel. It could just be £1, £2, a fiver, a tenner, however much you feel that you would like to contribute. It is greatly appreciated. I think YouTube take a little bit of a cut, but then after that, everything literally goes directly back into the channel. That is, buying, parts for videos, that's buying tools, that's buying future project cars, and helps with travel and all different types of things. So yeah, everything is greatly appreciated, and it's always there if you want to do so. And like I said, I do always have time for the people that want to give back to the channel. I'll always, spend time and help you as best I can. People that I don't really have too much time for is the people that don't really, support the channel as such. They just sort of want me to help them out, and then they're just never going to watch a video again. But yeah, that's that said anyway. But yeah, Gary, massive thanks to you, sir. Really appreciated. Let's go on to a few of the comments. Tayfun, he is one of my channel members. How you doing, mate? You okay? And Koki or Cocky, probably butchered your name, mate, but honestly, I know you are a big supporter of the channel, so thank you to you too. Campo says, "Done." I assume that is hit the like button, and that's another reminder for you guys, if you have not already done so, hit the like button. And I've just noticed that this camera is bouncing all over the place, so I'm going to try and keep it as steady as possible. And it's when I make a sudden movement. I do apologize. I'm using a laptop, and then I have a webcam balancing right on the top of it. So yeah, if it does move around, I do apologize. But what is the audio like? Because I bought my microphone and everything with me, and unfortunately it doesn't seem to be working with a laptop. So unfortunately I can't use that. So I believe I'm using the microphone built into the external webcam. But Gary says, "Hey bud, sorry I have not been around, but back to work after being on furlough, but great to see you live again." Yeah, Gary, like I said, not a problem. Just appreciate your support, to be honest. Liam Roberts says, "Where are you?" Sorry, I'm in Scotland right now, and I have something pretty big planned. Hey, Murphy says, "You're buying a new car." I guess you'll just have to wait and see, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not going to give too many things away. But yeah, it's going to be something special. Kemper says, "George filmed the new James Bond film." I could be. You have to wait and see. Great video on the map sensor you did. Mine was clogged right up. Yeah, it's a common problem on diesels. If you have your EGR valve in place, the map sensor will always continue to get clogged up. So it's one of those things that you have to kind of periodically clean. Liam Roberts says, "Keep up the great work, mate." Liam, you're a legend. Thank you. Chef of Wednesday. Hi, George. Name is Harry, if you don't remember. Yes, I do remember. Harry, thanks for commenting. Panagiotis says, "Hi all." Hello to you, mate. How you doing? Audio is fine, bud. Good stuff. Audio good. Myra, "Hey George, I recently took my BMW 128i for a four-wheel alignment and the shop, and they said they couldn't set toe or camber. They then said the toe and camber arms, lateral link and spring seat could be replaced or needs to be replaced." I guess you meant to say couldn't be replaced. But yeah, I'm guessing the reason that they can't adjust those is because they don't have a proper wheel alignment machine. Whenever you go for a wheel alignment, they say it's a full four-wheel alignment, but it's usually not. It's only the front toe that they can adjust. You need something like a Hunter machine to be able to do the rear toe and the rear camber as well. Great win for commentary from Sheffield Wednesday fan. Yep, it absolutely was. Your videos are amazing. BMW E60 M Sport 2007 owner. I'm happy like a kid again. Good stuff. Yeah, E60s are honestly brilliant cars. They honestly are. Okay, I'm pretty up to date with the comments then. I think I'm actually going to discuss what we are kind of thinking, what our thoughts are for the coming months. And it's probably no surprise really. Oh, we have another super sticker or a super chat, and it is from A Murphy. He says, greetings from Republic of Ireland. Always end up missing your live streams. Love the videos. I've an F10 530D. Hoping you get an F10 next. A Murphy is your name, Andrew. Let me know your first name. But mate, you are a legend. Greatly appreciated. That will go a long way to supporting the channel. So yeah, massive thanks, and yeah, massive thanks to any of you guys who want to contribute tonight. But what was I saying? Yeah, so I was talking sort of the direction of the channel, and obviously that means what am I doing with my cars. So yeah, it's really no surprise. He says, Adrian. Sorry, Adrian. Yes, you're a legend. Thank you. So yeah, what am I doing with my car? So yeah, it's no surprise. The E60 more than likely will be getting sold at some point. I've still got quite a few jobs to do on it, so it's not going to be, immediately, but over the next couple of months, there's a chance it will be going. And whether or not I am going to sell it, just straight up, just have an asking price and then see how things go, or if I'm going to do something like a raffle, I really don't know. I did ask on the community page, and I got kind of a mixed reaction, which is to be expected, of course. Not everyone's going to agree with the same sort of idea, but yeah, I'm still really indecisive. One of the things that was said quite a lot was, I think you are overvaluing the car. And I've said it a few times, and I really don't think that I'm overvaluing my BMW E60, because, I mean, just look out there. Can you find another BMW 520d, the same spec as mine, like without even all the work done? Can you find a BMW 520d E60, same spec as mine, for sale? Straight up, I don't think you can find one out there with the same spec. So, like, there's nothing to compare it to. I mean, when I bought mine, it literally had no maintenance. I mean, it'd been serviced and all the rest of it, but it had no preventative maintenance done. I don't need to go through again what I've done, but I've pretty much overhauled the entire car. So yeah, like I said, I did pay a premium for my car because it was a very good example. It was very, very, very rare. The main things that I wanted was the CI drive, which is very, very rare in a BMW E60. And I wanted obviously one of them sports, and I wanted the Spider alloys, which in my opinion, they are the best looking alloys on an E60. You can disagree, but you're wrong. Sorry. But yeah, I think that it was worth what I paid for it when I did pay for it, and I would have actually paid more than what I did pay for it. I got it for a good price as it was. I think I paid either like 5.5 or 6 grand, and like I said, that's before I've spent probably the best part of 10 grand on it. Fixing all the current problems. And another thing as well, people say that, doing preventative maintenance doesn't add value to the car. It 100% definitely does, because if there's two cars, one that has had all the maintenance done and one that hasn't, surely people are going to want the car that has had all the maintenance done. I mean, just give a quick example. If it's had the timing chain kit done, that's a £1,000 job. So that's got to be worth what, at least, I don't know, £800 extra. I don't know. And then obviously there's more and more things that I would say add value to it. It's definitely got to be more desirable than your average, like I said, you know, from your average basic spec car that requires a load of work. Because the one thing is with my E60, it's whoever owns it next, it's going to serve them very, very well. Like, it's honestly driving like a brand new car now. And I'm confident in what I've done to it, that I think it's going to last someone at least another 100,000 miles with like no major issues. So, you know, whatever I do decide to put it up for, I think, you know, someone's going to have a very good buy, and it's going to serve someone very well. So yeah, that's just a little bit about the E60. Anyway, that's just, you know, kind of giving my response into, you know, with regards to some of the comments and things that people have been saying. But we actually have a new member, and it is from, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, by the way, it is Panagiotis or Panagiotis. Sorry, I do apologize, like I said, if I have pronounced your name wrong, but you've just become a channel member. So welcome to the channel membership. Much appreciated, mate. And yeah, guys, if any of you guys want to support the channel on a monthly basis, there is 3 different tiers. I believe that the cheapest one is like £2.99 a month. So that's another good way that you can support the channel. I'll just catch up with a few more comments. Kogi says, George, can we see a nasty, great big subwoofer in your E60 or 130i in the near future, or just audio upgrades on the BM platform? The wiring can be different, and it would bring in a lot of views, I think. Right. Okay. So if you know me, you'll know that I'm really not about heavily modifying my cars. I think BMWs are great from factory. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd be down for retrofitting some things. In my personal cars at the moment, don't need to do any audio upgrades. The audio in my BMW E60 is amazing, honestly. I have watched the DVD in it, and you feel like you're in the cinema. And the 130i, I don't know which spec audio it is, but that is very decent as well. So that doesn't really need to be upgraded. But yeah, it's definitely something I would consider doing in the future. You know, if we can get a cheap project that's like a really basic spec, I'll definitely consider retrofitting some, you know, better audio speakers and all the rest of it. But I don't think I would do something like a big sub. It's just not me, to be honest. I mean, I like my music, but I wouldn't say you know, a hardcore music lover. But yeah, that's not to say there's anything wrong with it. I was going to say something. That was it. Guys, if you have not already done so, please hit the like button. Actually, we have 34 of you in here right now. Yeah, hit the like button. It doesn't cost a thing. Yeah, let's see how many likes we are on at the moment. If you have just joined this, by the way, you're wondering which other country that I'm in. I'm in Scotland right now, and I have a pretty big project potentially planned. So do stay tuned. It will become apparent over the next few weeks, I guess. Oh, and by the way, if you are wondering, you know, am I still going to be uploading videos? Yes, I am. I did sort of have to work very hard to get quite a few videos planned and you know, filmed, edited, and uploaded. So I'm good for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, still expect the regular content every other day, and yeah, there'll be no shortage of it. So what am I trying to look at? Live. How many likes are we on? We are on 35 likes apparently. Just refresh that. Yep, 35 likes. So guys, if you have not already done so, greatly appreciate it. If you could hit the like button, it really does help. Bear with me just one moment. Just got a administration problem. Yep, all sorted. So we're back then. Yeah, let's get straight back on these comments. I don't like to fall behind. I like to read every single comment. If you do have like a question that requires a bit of time, and you kind of like your own segment for me answering the question in the live stream, then yeah, support the channel in some way, like join the membership or send a super chat or a super sticker. Then I'll be happy to answer the question as best as possible, to the best of my ability right here in the live stream. Where are we then? So okay. So how do you update a sat nav yourself on BMW 335 xDrive? I'm assuming you have the F30. That's either going to have the CIC, which I have on the E60, or the NBT. And it kind of really depends. It depends because there's certain years when you can actually update the firmware via USB, but there's also certain years where you need to do it through the MOS system, through the MOS network, should I say. So best to talk to a coder or a programmer about that, because it really does depend. When I had it done in my BMW E60, I went to a guy, what's his name? Jazz. I think it's Midlands Diagnostics, something or other. But yeah, he updated the CICI drive to the latest firmware, which I believe is 2014. And it meant that it had a slightly better interface. It's quicker, less glitches and things. And it means that I can update the maps like whenever I want now, just via USB. So that's the main reason I decided to do it. Sam Lundy says, love the channel, bought my first BMW 520D F11 and your videos have been a big help to me. Good stuff, Sam. Glad to hear it. Reese says, good evening, George. Hello, Reese. How you doing? Lee says, your E60 will be worth every penny with all the work that's been done. Lee, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad someone agrees. If you raffle it, make sure you can export to Europe, as people winning could be from the UK. I think Calvin Car Diaries does raffles. Yeah, I think he does do raffles. Yeah. I don't know what I would do with regards to having other countries involved. I mean, like if I could travel, then I'd be down for delivering it. I mean, like just drive it to wherever it is, and then like getting a flight back or something. But yeah, I guess we'd have to see. I'd have to really look into it. You can't put a price on peace of mind when buying a car. Yeah, exactly that, Gary. Over the sort of next 6 weeks, I'll probably be putting about another, I don't know, 4,000 miles on the car. And I know that it's going to run absolutely perfect, no issues at all. And it's going to perform consistently, and it's going to get great MPG. So yeah, I have a lot of faith in my E60. Can we expect to see different brands on your channel? James, you know what? That is a brilliant question. And it's something that I've considered myself. Now, let me know. What do you guys think? Would you guys be interested in seeing a different brand of car on the channel, or should I just keep it BMW? See, here's what I'm thinking. You know, it's no secret that if I want this channel to grow, I probably am going to need to branch out at some point. I mean, I have a love for BMWs. I think it's pretty clear to see. I own 3 of them. And at the moment, I really can't see myself wanting or, considering buying another brand car for myself. But, if it was to help things move forward with the channel, if it was to help mix things up, then yeah, I'd be definitely down for it. What do you guys think? Let me know right now in the live chat. Would you want to see a different brand car on the channel? And if so, which brand of car? It can quite literally be any brand of car. If you would, let me know. The Naz Daddy says, do spider alloys are prone to cracking? Heard some stories about them. Yes, very true. That is a very true statement there. And the reason behind them cracking is not only, potholes and the poor roads here in the UK. The main reason that they crack is because people just go way too low with the tire profile. Now, I've actually increased my tire profile. I think from factory, they're supposed to have 30 on the rear and 35 on the front. I've actually upped it to 35 on the rear and 40 on the front. And I know they're going to be sweet now. They're not going to crack. So yeah, they can be prone to cracking. Is it generally the fake spider alloys that crack more? Yes, it is. There is a lot of copies out there. So, if you are considering buying them, definitely get genuine ones, because the fake ones will crack a lot easier. But yeah, the main reason is, like I said, poor roads and people trying to drive their cars on rubber band tires. You need good tire profile to give them some cushion, because if you have no protection, go down a pothole, or if you drive off a curb or whatever, then yes, you are going to be risking cracking them. And that goes for any alloy. Like, it's not, there's plenty of other BMW wheels that crack as well. So it's not like they are alone. Where are we? JW says, hey George, how much does it cost to do an oil change on your BMW 760 Ally? Just curious. I'm thinking of buying an older 7 Series. JW, are you asking how much it costs me, or how much would it cost in a garage? I mean, if you're asking how much it costs me, I guess I'm going to ask you another question. Like, what do you consider an oil change? Is it literally just the cost of the oil and the filter, or is it, maybe an oil flush as well? Are you changing the sump plug? Are you changing the screw for the oil filter housing? I mean, I've changed the oil twice in it. First time was literally just a flush, new oil filter. Then another 100 miles later, changed the oil filter, what's it called? Sump plug. And then I also changed the entire oil filter cap because I wanted the new screw, and I thought I may as well just change the whole entire cap. And I believe to do the lot, it was not that much. I think it was about £60, something like that. And just for an oil filter, you're probably looking at, I don't know, £40, £30, £40. It's really not that expensive. Definitely not. Because it just takes regular 5W30 LL04. So you can just use the same oil that you use in in say a 520D. That's not to say that all BMWs take the same oil, by the way. There is exceptions, you know, something like an M5, an M3, they usually take 10W60, so you do need to be careful. Kwani Miller says, good day, George from Barbados. Before obtaining my E90 318D M Sport Plus, your videos have been a deciding factor for me. I'm a DIY guy and your clarity on the videos are brilliant. Thanks, mate. Kwame, yes, Kwame Miller, you are welcome, mate. No worries. Glad to help. I have an M Sport, good stuff. Where are you? I am in Scotland right now. Yes, in Scotland. 36. We have 36 likes, do we? Okay. Christian Hollup says, yes. Is that two different brand cars on the channel? I find it a bit strange because you said BMW X5, which it's a BMW again. If you do branch out, I think it'd be cool if you stayed with German makes. Yeah, to be honest, like I preferred, you know, German manufacturers over, you know, pretty much all the others, French, whatever else. Buy a VAG car as they have their share of issues and it can expand the channel. Audis and VWs. Yeah, good point. The Spider alloys buckle quite easily too. I had some on my previous 2008 E60 520D M Sport. Yeah, exactly. Exactly my point. You need to have bigger profile tires, which is what I've done with my new ones. Wong Wing Hong says, George, thanks for all the great advice and knowledge you're sharing. Greetings from Belgium. Wong, you are absolutely welcome. Don't mention it. Okay, guys, so we're actually, I'd say, you know, there or thereabouts at the halfway point. So if you do have any specific car questions, BMW or, you know, the likes related, then do feel free to comment them. I'm going to try and answer them as best as possible. One thing I will say, though, I would appreciate it if you guys could show some support to the channel in return. Like I said, if you do have a very specific question, I'd appreciate if you guys could leave a super chat. So underneath the live chat now, there is a $sign. If you just click that, you can choose how much you want to donate. It could be £1, you know, £2, £5, however much you want to choose. Would be greatly appreciated, though. And yeah, like I said, I'll try and answer your question as best as possible. Gary Cook says, I have a strange issue with my PDC on my E46. Replace all sensors and module and also tests okay using Snap-on Diag tool. Even shows live data for each sensor. Any ideas? Interesting. That is interesting. Are you getting the constant beep then, I'm guessing? So when you put it in reverse, I'm guessing you're getting the constant beep. To be honest, I would not trust a generic Snap-on diagnostic tool. I would still say ISTA is your best bet, even IMPA. Could you have a wiring issue? But yeah, are you getting a constant long beep when you put it in reverse? Just the oil and filter and just in itself. Yeah, like I said, on the 760Li, you're looking at about £40 or so. Yeah, go on then, please. Go on, have an orange, please. Do you think engine flushes are safe with a minor valve cover gasket leak? Will it eat away and make it worse? Man, if you have a valve cover gasket leak, just fix the leak, replace the gasket. I mean, I'm not going to recommend you to do anything other than that. Like, I really don't know how people can just live with an oil leak. It's like, if I have a leak, I'll just fix it. Do you know what I mean? Nothing worse than having a continuous leak. Sergio says, yes, I am from Brazil. It is unbearable to have a BMW here. Thank you. Lovely assistant. It is unbearable, however. When you say unbearable, do you mean like it's expensive to run and maintain, or like they're just not that loved over there? I've already answered that one, mate. So I'm guessing it's just a copy and paste. I have an EA7 130i. Oh, good stuff. Oh, and you're from Brazil. You have a 130i in Brazil. That's got to be pretty rare. I mean, they're rare enough as they are in the UK. I'm guessing they're pretty, probably a bit more rare in Brazil. No beep at all, but all works fine when attached to diag tools, but then stops when you unplug the diag tool. Oh wait, you mean they actually sound when the diag tool's plugged in? Is that what you mean? So you put it in reverse, you'll hear nothing when you're close to an object, but then you'll have the diagnostic tool plugged in, and you can hear a sound. Because if you don't have any sound at all, I would say that you probably have an audio issue. I wouldn't say it's a parking sensor issue, especially as you've replaced the whole lot. Because if you know on an E46 the parking sensor will be faulty, you'll hear just a continuous beep. Jorans Eberhards, my E60 59 plate LCR 520. When I accelerate, makes the vibration from the back. Change prop shaft, center bearing, still makes a vibration. What can it be? Man, there's a lot of problems it can be. It could be anything. It could just be your tires. They need balance. There's loads of things it could be. I changed my rear shocks and springs, but when I drove it a couple of hours later, I heard a thumping noise, and it felt a little uneven when I go over bumps. Check that your springs are still seated. Then, I mean, which car do you have? Which model? Okay, so I am getting quite a few specific car questions now. I have said a few times, but yeah, if you guys want to, if you guys want me to answer your specific car questions, I'd appreciate it if you can, donate or contribute to the channel in some way. A few of you guys have, contributed. Now I will just go over who has. Look, Gary, he's contributed. Adrian, he's contributed, and also going to butcher your name again, sorry mate, Panagiotis, he has contributed as well. So these guys are really showing you up. I don't want the situation where I just have people literally just joining my live stream just to have their question answered, and then just to sort of leave, because I'm not about that. I'm happy to help you guys, but you need to give something back in return. This isn't my job. I don't just sit here answering questions all day. I'm not getting paid for this time right now. So yeah, I appreciate it's a live stream. I'm happy to interact with you guys. But like I said, I don't want it to be a thing where people are just coming in here and then sort of getting their questions answered and then sort of running away. Eugene says hello from Canada. Eugene, how is it in Canada right now? Whoops. Bought an E60 and now my wife left me. Any idea what the problem could have been? Why your wife left you? I don't think it's E60. Yes, they all work as they should when attached, and tool tested the speaker gong onto the speaker gong and tested working in each sensor. So the speaker gong works then. Because I would say you definitely have an audio issue. We have another super chat. It is from Anonymous. Greatly appreciate it. Look, just £1.79 out of the channel. You know, I definitely have more time for someone like yourself who, you know, wants to donate. Like if you want to ask a question now, feel free. I'd be more than happy to spend for however long it takes to answer your question. I don't want it to be a situation where, you know, I'm not having the time to answer my loyal supporters, but then, you know, people are just, like I said, just coming back and forth just to get the questions answered. I want to spend the majority of my time with my loyal supporters who have helped me, you know, grow this channel and get it to where it is now. You know, they've given time and they've given energy to me, so I want to do the same in return. But yes, you asked, hi George, I have a 320D 2009 and your videos are very helpful. Glad to hear. I have a code for a DDE glow plug control unit, no voltage, terminal 30. You need a new control unit. I'm planning on taking out the control unit and it with a voltmeter. Any suggestion? I wouldn't even bother testing it. Just replace it. Replace it with all 4 glow plugs. I do it at the I do it at the same time. I always recommend people when you are replacing the glow plugs, replace the glow plug module at the same time, and then you're good. Then I mean you're probably only going to ever replace a glow plug once in your ownership. So yeah, just be done with it. Replace all 4 glow plugs and the glow plug module, and you're going to be good. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about testing it. You're just wasting your time. I had a similar issue with my E87 and I changed the amp and it fixed it mysteriously when upgrading my stereo. Not sure if they're related to the E46 PDC error. Yeah, your amp was probably blown, and that's a good point. Like I said, it does sound like an audio issue. I have a friend, one of my neighbors actually lives just down the road from me. He has a BMW AD. He not long just had an accident, and he noticed that his parking sensors were no longer working, and he thought, oh, maybe the wires are crushed or something like that. But it actually turned out that the amp had, because where the accident damage was, it was at the rear of the car. He let some water through the seam sealer, and it sort of, you know, flooded the amp. So, you know, it's getting no sound or anything. So yeah, it definitely could be something like the amp. Are you having any other audio issues, Gary? Any idea why my front mid speaker fit when having a pre-LCI door card but doesn't fit with the LCI? Aren't the doors the same dimension wise? What car do you have? In the E60. Speakers. It could have been a different speaker. It could have been, you know, if you have the Logic 7 speaker system, then you know, it could be a different size speaker. No other audio issues. That still doesn't mean it's not an audio issue. But yeah, so far that is what my money is on. Obviously, I'm sorry I can't be of more help. If I had your car in front of me, first thing I'd do is see what Ista's saying. But it is frustrating. I know I've been in the exact same position many times, and yeah, one of those things, very frustrating. But I'd say it's definitely not your parking sensors or module. So sorry you're in Scotland. You'd be my car tech. Keep up the great content. I'm actually visiting Scotland. I don't live here. I live in England, but yeah, I appreciate that. Hi George, how are you? A vlog from Scotland is coming, possibly. Would be nice to see Scotland and your E60. Dinaslam, if you want to see some of Scotland and the E60, best thing you can do is follow me on Instagram. So if any of you guys do have Instagram, I do too. So you can follow me over there. I'll just put it on the screen now. It's literally the exact same as the YouTube at George Austin on Instagram. So yeah, if you want to follow me over there, I do upload some stories, sort of what I'm doing in the day, and I'll upload some pictures of the car and all the rest of it and keep you guys updated. You're probably actually going to get an update faster on Instagram. It's more real time than on what you will on YouTube, because I tend to try and keep ahead of myself. So when it comes to my videos, I might film them like a few days, even a week, even 2 weeks in advance sometimes. So yeah, Instagram is probably the best place to see what I'm up to in a day and where I am and all that good stuff. I think I did forget some comments. Yeah, I got a bunch of people asking about car-related questions. And it's clear to see, those guys were more than likely just going to have their question answered, then just going to leave, and I'd never see them again. But yeah, as I mentioned, I don't want it to be like that. I know it sounds harsh, it sounds very straight to the point, but like I said, I want to spend time with the people that actually support me, and it's a two-way thing. You've got to you can't just take. You can't just have all this help and advice and then not contribute some way back to the channel. New comments. I was looking at my own comment and I was thinking, what's that? Anonymous again sent another super chat. Mate, you're a legend. Thank you. Any advice on where to source OEM parts? Yes, very good question, actually. And this should help a bunch of people out. So if you don't already know, I should probably make a video explaining this. I think it would help quite a few people. If you don't already know, there's a website called Real OEM. I'll put it on the screen right now. Website. You can input all your details. So I think you can either put your VIN in or you can just find it through drop-down menus. And that will basically display all of your part numbers, every single part number for your car, right down to a small rivet on the underside of your car to, an air filter. That will show you all of the part numbers. And what you can then do is take those part numbers, copy it to Google, eBay, Amazon, Fixed Parts Online, Autodoc, wherever you want to search for your parts, and it then should display all the different part numbers, all the different parts that are associated with that number. And then, you can basically just choose the cheapest OEM equivalent. So let's say, for example, when it comes to oil filters, realistically, there's only 3 oil filters brands that I would recommend using for most applications. and it's Bosch, MAN, or Marley. Can't really think of too many others. Now, BMW have used all three of those, recently over the past few years. So, yeah, that's basically how I do it. Anyway, I just go to real OEM, find the part, and then I just, copy that into a search engine, part website, and just, keep comparing the different prices, and I just find whatever's the cheapest, to be honest. Obviously of OEM quality, and sometimes you will actually see in real OEM that it displays the OEM manufacturer, because obviously BMW, they don't make all their own parts, do they? Majority of their parts are outsourced, and they just put their stamp on it. So I'll give you a quick example. For spark plugs will either be Bosch or NGK when it comes to BMW for most cases. On real OEM, you might see the part number, then you'll see like NGK 1567Z whatever. And then you know that your BMW has NGK spark plugs, and you just copy that, and then that's how you find your part number. Okay. Kempo says shelf. You know what, Kempo? I have no idea. Let's go and find out. Histories, great untold stories. I don't even know if you can still hear me or not. Cold Mountain. The Women. A Dubious Legacy, and many more. Like I said, I don't know if you just heard what I said then. Did you even hear what I just said? But yeah, they're not my books, so I have no idea. Yeah, I'm just in it's an Airbnb I'm in, and it's we have like half a house, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I have no idea what's on that shelf. Leon says, how did you manage to get 60 mpg? Very easily. I always get 55 to 60 mpg when on the motorway in my 520D. It's literally had everything done to it to make it as efficient as possible. It's had the EGR, the DPF removed, completely brand new intake manifold, intake ports cleaned, and yeah, like it's been meticulously maintained. That's how I can get 60 mpg. Yeah, and then just cruise control, 70 miles per hour, easy. Anything interesting on the book? Yeah, I just answered that. Yeah, I'm not in a hotel, by the way. Hi, George from Argentina. Juan Pablo, hello to you. Brilliant, George, thanks. And no worries, Anonymous. Sorry you don't have a name I can call you by, but yeah, like I said, I've got time for you. If you, like I said, you've donated 2 lots of £1.79. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that shows to me that you actually care and you actually do want to support the channel going forward. It's the people that just want to just come in here and they'll just copy and paste their question to 50 other people, and they'll hope that one person replies and they'll do it for free and they'll be able to fix the car. Because let's be honest, majority of people come on YouTube because they don't want to, they come on YouTube because they want to fix their car themselves, because they don't want to pay someone else to do it, right? Like, let's not kid ourselves. But you've got to show something. You know what I mean? You've got to give something back. I regularly donate to people that I want to support. I regularly, help people out in certain ways, and it's just the way that it should be. It's a two-way thing. You can't, like I said, you can't just take. It's just how it is. But yeah, let's move on to a few more questions. We've nearly been going for an hour. Jesus, 54 minutes. If you guys want me to keep going, by the way, I will keep going for a little bit longer. Probably cap it at about an hour and a half. But yeah, we have I'll probably cap it at about an hour and a half. Best spark plug recommendation: iridium, double platinum, laser platinum. Is there even a laser iridium? No idea. I literally just go with the OEM. So whatever is used from factory, that's a spark plug that I use. You know, OEM, you can't beat them, really. What are the pros and cons of DPF delete? Cons? What cons? No cons. Yeah. So pros. Pros. Pros are you have a freer flowing exhaust, potentially more power, although a DPF delete on its own, you won't notice any power increase at all. Much lower risk of your turbo blowing up. That's the biggest. Well, there's two main causes really for turbos being destroyed: lack of oil changes and blocked DPFs. If your DPF's blocked, all that back pressure goes straight back to a turbo, and it's not going to be good. Like once the DPF has been deleted, it can't fail, it can't block up, you can't have any issues with it. Like you literally just get rid and forget. I guess a con of it would be potentially you might have a bit of soot exiting your exhaust. Like that's realistically the only con I can think of. A lot of people are worried about sort of okay, so Curious Sam says it's required by law, and DPF is required by law, so it's a bit unethical to drive without it. You know, I'm not going to say you should do it or you shouldn't do it. You can make up your own mind. You know, you're all adults, I'm guessing. But your car will be much healthier with the DPF removed in the long term. I think that it's much more. I mean, I get it. Honestly, I get it. If you're doing a lot of like city driving, then like soot is not a good thing. Like, I don't think it's healthy for someone to be breathing in soot all day in a city environment. But I think if you're doing, you know, sort of, like urban driving, then I don't really see the issue. But I'm not gonna talk too much about my opinion. You know my opinion. It's I think your car is definitely going to be better without it on. It's one less thing that can fail, and if you do want to remove it, it's entirely up to you. But I've kind of just gone over the pros and cons about it. Obviously, Bosch or NGK, regarding my question, I've got both an E46 and E90. E46 is the 330 XI, so with the M54 engine. E90 is 328 XI with SULEV, however you spell it. So that'll be the N51 engine. Okay, so chances are in the E46, chances are there will be Bosch spark plugs. Chances are in the E90 there will be NGK. But like I said, don't quote me on that. Go to real OEM, and it should more than likely tell you for spark plugs. It should tell you the OEM manufacturer. But we are coming up to the hour mark. If you guys do have any questions in general, you want to know what I'm up to, or maybe you're not bothered about my life, and I completely understand, who would be. If you just want to get your questions answered, that's fine. But like I said, I'll say it again, So we'll still keep getting more and more comments. You know, if you do want my help, you want me to spend a bit of time with you, I'd appreciate, you know, supporting the channel in some way, shape, or form. You can just click the $sign underneath the live chat and just input your details. You can donate whatever you want, £1, £2, £5, £358 million, however much you want to donate. You literally all go straight back into the channel, by the way. I haven't taken a single penny from YouTube this year yet. It's literally been all reinvested back into the channel. Camera equipment, project cars, parts, you know, the whole spiel. Yeah, I'm not profitable with this YouTube channel at the moment. Hoping to be in a different position this time next year though. But that you donate, you know, it's greatly appreciated. Gary said, "Did you see my earlier comment regarding real OEM?" No, I must have missed that. Was it? I've done some research and discovered that the two center sensors are different part number to the two outer sensors. So I've ordered some new sensors with correct part number from real OEM. Yeah, interesting. I'm guessing the reason for that is the shape. So the outer ones maybe, I don't know, they're curved, or, you know, the middle ones, are they flat? So that's really the only thing I can think of. But yeah, that makes sense, to be honest. That again could be your issue. Leon Curtis, do you recommend a downpipe or just break the filter metal inside the DPF? If you want to stay MOT friendly, it's best to just you know, keep it looking stock and have your DPF, your downpipe, still in place. So if you can, you know, keep it in place, keep the downpipe in place, and just smash out the insides. I'd recommend doing that over, you know, getting a downpipe, because it's going to look obvious when it comes to MOT time. Covkid09 says, "Can you stop clickbaiting your videos in the future?" Covkid, you know what? Just for you, yes, I can. I've been getting a few people sort of, I don't want to say moaning. Like, I completely get it. You know, sort of putting interesting titles, and I honestly, I get the frustration, but you have to kind of realize that my hands are tied with YouTube, because I want to grow the channel, and it's just the way that YouTube works, where the algorithm works, and all the rest of it. You can't get away on YouTube with having a boring title and thumbnail. You just can't do it, because, you know, like, you just be honest, like, you wouldn't click a video with a title that doesn't look interesting. You wouldn't click a thumbnail that doesn't look interesting. Like, for me, clickbait is when there's something in the video. There's something either in the title or the thumbnail that's not even in the video. Like, you know, you'll put someone will have in the thumbnail, like, you know, a lady in a bikini or something, and then it's not even in the video. That's clickbait for me, because you've literally shown something in the preview that's not even in the video. There's quite a lot of people that do that sort of thing, but I'm not about that. I will always try to make the thumbnail and the title as relevant as possible. But like I said, I have to be creative, because if it's boring, if it's not appetizing, it's not going to get clicks, it's not going to get views, the channel isn't going to grow, and I'm not going to be able to help as many people as possible. So yeah, hopefully that does answer a few concerns with that. We are going to, I'd say, yeah, we're going to cap this at 1 hour and 30 minutes. So another 25 minutes or so max. I've noticed a few of you guys on Instagram have been liking my recent posts. Greatly appreciated. Like I said, if you're not following me on Instagram, just at George Osters, the easiest way to keep in touch. Top 3 tricks to make 2009 520D last 300,000 miles. Mine's at 130k now, but wife don't let me buy a new car until the house is paid. That is from Tavara Hissy. Tell you what, do everything that I've done. We have the exact same car pretty much. Yeah, yours is I don't know if it's an E60 or E61, but I do pretty much exactly what I have done. I'm very confident that my E60 will last 300,000 miles easy. No problems. Like whoever buys my car off me or wins it or whatever, yeah, it'll be like trouble-free for 100,000 miles. Easy. You say you have an E61. So E61, there is a few more common problems with the tailgate and things like that, but it's not, the basics are pretty much the same. If you want your engine to last, look after it, replace things before they fail, and it won't ever let you down. We're at pretty much the same mileage now, and I'm guessing your N47 has not had half of the work that mine's had done to it. Good time now to start doing the preventive maintenance, because if you wait till it fails, then it's going to cost you a lot more. Leon Curtis, I think, is just confirming with what I said. I recently blew a turbo because of a blocked DPF. We pressure washed the DPF and replaced the turbo. We've been rocking it like that for 2 weeks without a problem now, so I'm considered to do a DPF delete. Yeah, it's exactly what I said, Leon. It's people, they have a DPF in place. They don't let the DPF regenerate, or they just do local driving, or they don't meet the parameters, coolant temperature not up to temp, not having enough fuel or whatever. The DPF doesn't regenerate, just keeps getting fuller and fuller, eventually gets blocked, and the turbo just goes. Like, you just can't do it. My turbo is absolutely spot on. It's on the original turbo. It's had regular oil changes. DPF is not in place, so it's sweet. So yeah, like I said, make up your own mind what you want to do. No, just service by the book. When you say service by the book, I hope you don't mean oil changes every 18,000 miles. Please don't say you've changed your oil every 18,000 miles. How can I tell if my M47 engine is the technical update version or the one with the timing chain issues? I've got a 2011 120D with the engine code time if I haven't updated one. You have the M47 D20C engine, which is the updated one, but I'm sorry to tell you, they still suffer from timing chain issues. A lot of BMW engines suffered from timing chain issues. Even the new 2 and 3 litre diesels, the B47 and the B57 engines, they suffer from timing chain failure. However many people will tell you that they won't, they do. Wait till they start to get over 100,000 miles or so, you will see a lot more of them fail. The reason is extended oil change intervals. So, change your oil every 5,000 miles. There'll be a lot of people who keep saying, that's overkill, that's overkill. No, it's definitely not. Oil in the oil filter for an M47, you can get it for 25 quid. It's not overkill. Do that twice a year and you're going to be golden. So yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, Mr. JB7789, but your engine could potentially have timing chain issues. But I've said my piece. Okay. My E46, I'm struggling to figure out why it won't start. Check vacuum lights, has new plugs and cores. Fuel pump is working. I've done timing on it 3 times. Could I be overlooking something? Easiest thing is to use ISTA. ISTA will point you in the right direction. You know, if you have fuel, if you have spark, if you have compression, you know, you should be starting, like I said, unless you are overlooking something, which ISTA generally will point you in the right direction to. And we have another super sticker, and it is from Tavara Hissy. So, mate, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Like I said, I've a lot of time for people like yourself. You know, people like you are just showing everyone else up, really. I think we've had about 4 or 5 people donate tonight, so it's greatly appreciated. Like I said, everything goes to support the channel. There's a lot of people who just keep commenting more and more questions, and they don't give anything back to the channel. And yeah, it just is what it is. You will get people like that, to be honest. But yeah, I appreciate the people that want to support. Is there an updated part to replace the bad design timing chain set? Leon Curtis. Yes, there is an updated part. Is it a whole lot different? No, it's not a whole lot different. People seem to say, oh, it's like the magic. It's like this magical thing that once you've replaced it, you can just go back to changing oil every 18,000 miles again. No, you can't. It's not the timing chain set that is badly designed. The timing chain set is fine. The timing chain kit in my 520D, when I removed the engine, the timing chain kit was absolutely fine. The guides, no cracks in them whatsoever. I mean, this was at 120,000 miles. The chains themselves, no stretch in them whatsoever. Everything was, you know, looking fine. No chips off any of the teeth, you know, on the sprockets. So the original timing chain kit was fine. I didn't mind really, out of peace of mind. So yeah, like it's not the timing chain kits that are badly designed. It's the person at BMW who recommended, oh, we'll just let customers change their oil every 18,000 miles or every like 4 years. What that turns out to be for the average person. That's the bad recommendation. I mean, and I get why they're doing it. I completely see why they're doing it. It's to make it out to customers that, oh, you know, buy a BMW 320D. You know, you only have to service the thing every 4 years. It's just like, no, like you're just, you know, pointing people in the wrong direction. So yeah, that's my piece about the, you know, timing chain kit. That's correct. My brother's F30 2013 chain snapped. A full service history every 5,000 miles. David Merrifield says it's had an oil change every 5,000 miles since new. If it has, I find that quite hard to believe, and that must be quite a rare case. Like especially in the beginning, people generally don't change it every 5,000 miles. But yeah, like I said, it affects all of the pretty much all BMW engines now. Yeah, like I said, that's an F13. It's 2000 F30 2013. So yeah, that's the M47 D20C engine. Been changing my oil every 6K since I've owned it from 30K. Now I'm on 670K. Enjoying your content and following your projects. Keep it up. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Bandit says, lol. He laughs out loud. Appreciate you laughing. We need more laughter in the world. Okay, then. So I'm pretty all caught up with the comments then. Like I said, we will be wrapping this up in 10-15 minutes or so. But if you have any more questions, fire them away. I just want to go over who has contributed tonight and say a massive thank you. So first one is Mr. Gary Cook. Big thank you to you, sir. Next one again is Adrian Murphy. Again, big thanks to you. Next one is, I'm going to try and pronounce it again, Panagiotis. He became a channel member, which is brilliant stuff. Anonymous, brilliant name there, Mr. Anonymous. He contributed twice, which is brilliant, greatly appreciated. And then we had one from Tafara Hissi as well. Again, greatly appreciated. I have a very well maintained 530i 0707 plate, 340,000 kilometers. As long as service is kept up with BMW, seems very reliable. Yeah, you either have the N52 or N53 engine in that, and yeah, they're very, very good engines. I have the N52, my 130i as well. That runs sweet. Al says, I had an issue with my N47 E87. Turns out someone had done the swivel flap delete but not fitted a blanking plug. I fitted this and now the max boost is 22.8 psi. Yep, that's a common problem. What you can actually do, instead of installing a blanking plug, you can just install the 18D, so the 118D, 318E and intake manifold, and it doesn't even come with the swivel flap, so you don't need to put the swivel flap actuator in place. We have another super chat from your owner 33, sends 10 euros. Hi George, got myself a 2008 520D E61 last year, and your videos have helped me a lot since then. Keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. Greetings from Salzburg. Mate, you are a legend. Thank you very much. That will go a great way to supporting and funding the channel. So thanks very much for the kind donation. And you say you're from Salzburg. Well, we actually did plan. That is in Austria, right? We did plan on going to Austria this year, but we know what happened. We did plan on going last year, and we thought, okay, it's fine, we'll go in 2021. Obviously, things haven't turned out as we planned, so we do plan on going next year, and maybe going to be flying there, and maybe going to be driving there. I'm not sure. So yeah, do stay tuned for some potential content out in Austria. It'd be awkward if it's not even in Austria now, wouldn't it? No, but mate, you're a legend. Thank you very much. For OEM parts and part numbers, check real OEM. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, which I think is about right, except in first gear where it is around 16, 17. Any ideas that would be causing this, or is it normal? Would be causing a boost leak? I mean, I can't speak boost pressures. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know what they should be producing from standard. So best to speak to a tuner with regards to that, to be honest. Yeah, the M52. Yeah, M52 is, I would say it's probably the best inline six BMW engine ever made. The M52 is a tall order, but I would say it is the best, and I'm not just saying that because I own one. If you drive to Salzburg next year, which car will you be taking? I can't give too much away because could have a new car by then, couldn't I? No, honestly, I haven't really given it too much thought. Something that's fun to drive, I guess, but then again, all my cars are fun to drive. So yeah, I have no idea. I haven't given it too much thought. We have 25 of you guys in here. If you have not already done so, you just hit the like button now. Let's see how many we are on. Let's try and hit 50 likes before the end. Okay, we are on. Oh, we're already on 51 likes. Let's try and hit 60 likes. So if you have not already done so, let's get to 60 likes. Hit the thumbs up button. It's greatly appreciated, and it shows your support. And thanks to the one person that disliked it as well. That's always greatly appreciated. You know who you are. Ormanda, do you have a dream car? Yeah, I kind of have a few dream cars actually, and I guess if I had to have like a dream 3-car garage right now, it would probably be a BMW E60 M5. I absolutely love E60s. I love the E60 M5. I'd love to own one of them. It's going to sound a bit weird because it's completely the opposite way, but a Land Rover Defender 110. Love to own one of them. And then a Ferrari 360 Spider. I'd love to own one of them. A manual, of course, not the F1 gearbox. That'd be brilliant. BMWs are CAC, the Convict. Sounds like you've had a rough time with BMWs then. What issues have you had with BMWs to think that they are CAC? Yeah, guys, I will be wrapping this up in about 8 or 9 minutes or so. So if you do have any last questions or you want to contribute to the live stream, or want to send a super chat, then please do put in the next, like I said, 8 or 9 minutes, and we'll see what we can do to help you out. What are we on? How far are we away from 60 likes? We are at 54. Guys, can we get another 6 likes in the next 7 or 8 minutes? Can we do it? Can we get 6 more likes? The indicator fluid gets empty too quick. Yeah, I know that problem. That's not good. What do you think of new BMWs? I mean, I understand that quite a lot of my viewers do have newer BMWs, so I don't want to say too many bad things about them. But generally, I mean, it's not just BMWs, but newer cars in general are not my thing. I don't know what it is. They are, I think, becoming too autonomous, and they're becoming too digital, less analog, and I feel that we are losing the connection between the car, and it's turning from something that was, a fun activity and something that you look forward to, and we're sort of transitioning more into just a mode of transport. So yeah, I'm not a massive fan. Like with things going to electric, I can't see things getting better. I just hope that we do see the synthetic fuel come into production, and we can still drive the cars that we love, the cars that make a proper sound for as long as we want. But yeah, new cars in general don't really excite me. I think that for me, the best era of cars, I would say, is from 1990 to 2010. I think I would say that 20 years, I would say, is the pinnacle of cars when it comes to looks, when it comes to drivability, when it comes to performance. Like, yeah, I would say that's definitely, like, because all my dream cars are literally from that era. And yeah, the newer stuff really doesn't excite me that much. Coventry to a different country. That's fast crazy. Yeah, that was fast crazy. Hi mate, I've got a BMW 6520D 2007. It's losing power, but when switched off and left 10 minutes, the power is there again. Any idea what it could be? Full BMW service history. So you are losing power when it is hot, I'm guessing. Quite a few things, to be honest. It could be EGR valve. Could it be a sticking wastegate? There's a few things that it could be, to be honest. Best thing to do is, best thing you can do is invest in ISTA. That will usually point you in the right direction straight away. I can't say it's this or it's that, because then you'll go out there and spend some money and then say that didn't even fix it. So yeah, definitely get ISTA. It will be the foo-foo valve. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Diesel is more powerful, for example, 528i and 530d. Yeah, I mean, diesels have more torque for a start. Watching you live from Tbilisi, Georgia. Loads of modified old BMWs there. Oh, great stuff. How are things in Tbilisi at the moment? Are they okay? Love the Corsa videos when you've done them. Good stuff. How are you finding the BMW videos? Diesel having a problem with cylinders. Not good. Guys, I think we are going to wrap this up right now. I know we still have 20 of you in here. If you do have any last things you want to say, like I said, if you want to contribute in any way, now's your time to. And yeah, we are going to wrap this up. I'm probably going to have some dinner because I'm very, very hungry. Half now. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go over. Like I said, I'm just going to give a big thanks again to everyone who has contributed tonight via way of super chats and the rest. I can't even go back that far, but the first one was from Gary Cook. So Gary, thanks to you. Again, Adrian, Panagiotis, and Anonymous. I know you sent 2, didn't you? No, was that it? Nah. Tavara Hissi, you sent 1. And your owner 33, you also sent 1. So massive thanks to all of you guys. It's greatly appreciated. It's not, it doesn't go unmissed. So yeah, I just want to say massive thanks to you guys, and we'll get through the last few comments. I will be wrapping this up. Candle Jackie or Candle Jack 1392. Hi George, love your videos. Speak out. Get my 120D stage 1 next week, and hope my chain doesn't break. Good luck. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah, your vids are great, but not a Beamer fans, but still watch them. Appreciate that. I got a 520D 2008 Sport automatic, and if I go above 70 miles per hour in 5th gear, my car goes in limp mode. Well, I should have got a manual, my friend. Where are you from, dude? I'm from the UK, kind of in the middle. Okay, George, great to see you and keep it up. Gary, thanks as always. Going to clean my EGR. Good night. Tavara Hissi. Good stuff. Do new BMW still recommend 18K oil change for new cars? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm sure it was revised at some time to revert back to the regular 10,000 mile oil change intervals, but I could be wrong. Like I said, we are going to, sign off now. So I just want to say a massive thanks to all of you guys for joining in tonight. And I'm sure I'll see you very, very soon. We have a new video coming. Nearly knocked the whole place over. We have a new video coming in 2 days' time, so on the 24th. If you do want to keep up to date with what I'm up to, with what I'm doing here in Scotland, like I said, you can do so on the Instagram. It's just at George Osters. Give us a follow over there, and you'll hopefully get an insight with what is to come. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, you guys are legends. Thanks for contributing. Thanks for the questions, and thanks for keeping me entertained for the best part of an hour and a half. I am going to see you guys all later then, I guess. Peace out, guys. Take care. Goodbye. Bye.